Good morning. Today's message, I am sustained by the love of God. Just say it, breathe it in. I am sustained by the love of God. This message I hijacked from A Course in Miracles because it is lesson 50, which today is the 50th day of the year. I do a lesson every day. It's part of their workbook. It's become a daily ritual for me. But today's lesson is beautiful because it's at the point of the year, because there's 365 lessons. It's in the point of the year where the undoing starts to happen. First, it's like cleansing the brain, kind of changing your perception from lessons 1 to 49. But around lesson 49, around lesson maybe 42, 43 on it's really starting to kind of undo programmings and like blockages that we have to love, and essentially to, kind of block us from seeing through the eyes of Christ, through the eyes of God. But this lesson, it's just like, because it kind of, you don't have to do every lesson for this to hit. You may never have even heard of A Course in Miracles, maybe not even picked up a spiritual book, but I am sustained by the love of God. Your life, your decision, your everything is supported by the love of God. I have to read this because it's so beautiful. Here is the answer to every problem that will confront you today and tomorrow and throughout time. In this world, you believe you are sustained by everything but God. Your faith is placed in the most trivial and insane symbols: pills, money, protective clothing, influence, prestige, being liked, knowing the right people, and an endless list of forms of nothingness that you endow with magical powers. All these things are your replacements for the love of God. Boom. All these things are cherished to ensure a body identification. They are songs of praise to the ego. Do not put your faith in the worthless. It will not sustain you. It will not sustain you. Powerful. Only the love of God will protect you in all circumstances, not just some circumstances. Not just like, I think I've decided to go to church. No. In all circumstances. It will lift you out of every trial and raise you high above all the perceived dangers of this world into a climate of perfect peace and safety. It will transport you into a state of mind that nothing can threaten, nothing can disturb, and where nothing can intrude upon the eternal calm of the Son of God. As I'm reading this, I'm just breathing in the energy of these words, because these words, all words carry vibration, and these words are at such a high vibration, at such a high frequency. Breathing in this message, breathing in the words on this page, it's just like fortifying me, like drinking a cold glass of water or minerals or taking your vitamins. Put not your faith in illusions, they will fail you. Put all your faith in the love of God within you, eternal, changeless, and forever unfailing. This is the answer to whatever confronts you today. Through the love of God within you, you can resolve all seeming difficulties without effort. Without effort! And ensure confidence. Tell yourself this often today. It is a declaration of release from the belief in idols. Idols are like those egoic things that you look up to, kind of desire. And it's not to say that you're not allowed to desire things, nice cars, big home. But sometimes we put too much energy in those things, that those are the things that are going to fortify us. Those are the things that are going to fill our hearts with love and joy. we'll get a little joy from those things, but they're not lasting. I mean, then in a week after you get that nice fancy car or house, a week, 2 weeks, a month, you can be like, okay, now what's next? You are allowed to want those things, and you're allowed to have those things, and you will get those things. But if you are evading the spiritual call, or you are having trouble forgiving a foe, an old friend, an old employer, when you put everything into God and know that His love is what is actually going to keep us at a constant peace, a constant place of contentment, a constant place of joy. Those other fun things, those toys, those trinkets, they'll come in. You'll actually enjoy them more. You will appreciate them more. That the joy you get from those trinkets will actually last you, will actually also kind of, you'll enjoy them longer. You're not going to get bored of them. Because you're going to have so much more appreciation for the stuff when you are being completely and utterly supported. I mean, feeling the support, believing in the support of God. You will absolutely enjoy your manifestations of the physical, the tangible, the shit, all the stuff. I love stuff. Who doesn't love stuff? But boy, that stuff feels so much more pleasurable. Driving that new car just feels more spiritual in a way. It feels like God is kind of giving you a big hug as you're driving down the road and feeling the newness, smelling the newness of the car. I mean, when those things come to fruition, but you felt it was kind of guided by God, then the stuff actually becomes way more spiritual than had you bought the car, won the car, without, kind of blindly. And you might be a lucky person or worked hard for your stuff, but you'll enjoy the car a lot more when it felt almost effortless in attaining it, because everything feels effortless when you are connected, when you are feeling the love, when you are the love, when you feel His hug from the moment you wake up. Even while you're sleeping, you just feel like you're being like embraced, like it's a body pillow. That's how it should feel all the time. And unfortunately it doesn't, so it takes work. It takes practice. There are so many ways to practice that, and it doesn't necessarily mean spending a shit ton of money to do it. I mean, you can do it in the comfort of your own home. God is so easy that He's like, just do it in your bed. Do it in your bed. Meditate from bed. Write all the things that you're grateful for in the comfort of your own bed, with dog cuddled up next to you, whatever. Okay, let me go back. Oh no, now it's just talking about how you should really sit with this lesson. So I'm not going to go into that, because for anybody that wants to start this book, read the book first and start doing the workbook lessons. But in the lessons, it will actually tell you like how many times to do it, how long to spend on the notion, 3 or 4 times a day. But that's kind of getting into more like the nitty-gritty of the actual exercise part of it. Right now, I'm just trying to like spread the word, so that maybe even if one person, half a person, whatever, says, that book looks interesting. I just like the cover of it. I like the color of it. Whatever. I don't care. Whatever it takes. Well, at least one person to just say, let me see what this is all about. Or I just like the message. Take the message in. Breathe the message in. Let me see if there's anything else that says blah, 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 blah. Peace is part of you. Yeah. I am sustained by the love of God. You are sustained by the love of God. And strangely, even if you don't believe it or feel it, you are still sustained by the love of God. Crazy, right? Even if you hate God and you curse at him, he is still loving you so much. He's actually squeezing a little tighter in that hug. When you're like, nope, 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 no, I'm resisting it. You have done me wrong. I have lost people in my life. There's been tragedy. There's been losses, deaths. I don't believe in God. And you know what? He's just like, I understand. And he's looking at you as your 5-year-old self, and he's kneeling down as an adult would do with a child to get at their level. And he's kneeling down and going, I get it. I get you. I just want to hug you more. I want to hug you because that's what you need. You need the hug. And he leans in more as you're pushing away. You know, when you see those like dramatic moments in movies, like Good Will Hunting, when Will has that breakdown in front of the therapist, Robin Williams, and he's like kind of pushing him away, and Robin Williams keeps saying, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. And he's like, shut up. It's not your fault. So Robin Williams is leaning in as his will is just like resisting until there's that moment where he just surrenders. I cried during that part. Cried. Oh my God. It was like, I didn't even know I had those kind of emotions. I was young. I think I was 21 when I saw that movie, 19. And it just went right in there because the pain. And these are actors. Brilliant. Matt Damon, Robin Williams. God rest his soul. What a beautiful being. Anyways, he leans in. His love will sustain you even if you think he's full of shit. I love you. Have a blessed day. That's my message for the day. If you can get to that moment when Will Hunting, was that his full name, Will Hunting? Finally, it was like a crack and he opened up. I can't wait for those that haven't gotten to that point of just cracking open and just saying, I'm going to just surrender. I've got nothing. I'm here. I'm like here. I'm broken. I'm just going to surrender and let him in. I can't wait for that moment. If there's anybody out there that is ready for that moment or looking for that moment or hoping for that moment or not even hoping for them, I don't care. That is what they call the breakthrough, but it's like the beginning of the rest of your life. Oh, it's such a beautiful beginning. Have a blessed day.